Is there a moment in this film, or even Dazed and Confused, that's so accurate that when you watch it reflected back on you, it kind of freaks you out a little bit?
Yeah, but you know, Dazed bounced back at me, but in kind of a sort of way. Like, those weren't the great years. It's like, oh, that's kind of, there was a lot of painful memories. This one, when it bounces back, I just smile and go, that was a pretty good time to be in college. That was a pretty fun place to be.
You guys, you know, weren't really sort of teenagers going to college in the early 80s, so I'm curious, like, at what point were you like, I get the 80s now, I get my character?
80s culture trickles into everyday life. So, like, every great movie, every great teen movie is from the 80s, and the music, and the fashion, and the...
But Rick did give us a soundtrack that we listened to every morning with a, you know, like a iPod.
Like, what was like the song? What, like, was there a song that just kind of hit for you?
Well, there was two. There was My Sharona. I love that song. Before we started shooting this movie, I've always loved it. And Shake Your Body Down to the Ground by the Jacksons.
What was your favorite aspect of the music scene?
Everything hit like a perfect note, you know. It was a different genre, but you always fell into it, and you always found yourself humming it. For us, we did the Rapper's Delight, you know, and yeah, that was a blast. I thought I was gonna get sick and tired of that song, but actually, I love that song now.
How many takes was it?
I mean, we nailed it every time. We just got like a couple, you know, for safety, just to like cut together. But when we learned it, we learned it. You know what I mean?
He was the only one that actually knew the whole thing.
There's such a transitional element to the music that mirrors the time. And that, like, you know, there was disco, there was rock and roll, there was folk music. You could be fans of anything and not admit to liking any of it.
Describe what it was like on set during
Organized chaos was pretty good. Yeah, I think it was definitely, that's kind of the vibe that we wanted the film to have. I think that's the vibe we wanted the film to have, was just, you know, showing a good time. And Rick is the king of that, you know, slice of life, and being able to see just a little bit of yourself in these guys and stuff, and that's kind of what we wanted.
Starting to have an identity crisis. We danced at a disco, danced the Cotton Eye Joe and kicker attire, and here we are, punks for a night. You gotta embrace your inner strange, man. Just be weird.